no storage apparently. Yeah, so they're believing in something higher. They're trusting in something higher in going forwards with whatever these, like they're breaking old paradigms down with the tower. Like they're moving with this universal shift. They're breaking old paradigms down, breaking out of bad habits, and binds, and releasing codependency. Because they want liberation. They value liberation. They value a free life. They want to actually walk the walk of a free life. They don't just want to have the illusion of it. This is good. It's a good reading. What else? That went back in. I don't know what it was. Yeah, they value independence. They want real independence. They want real stability, real sovereignty, real alignment with the divine. They want proper unity. And peace. They want peace, tranquility. They want to sail away from the rough seas. They want the storms to be behind them. They want peace. They want a world of peace. They want a world of peace. These people are learning to trust themselves more, learning to follow their own intuition, follow their own wisdom, learn from their own experiences. Yeah, so this is all from wisdom. It's not without foundation. Seven of Cups. Tell me more. Tell me more. Eight Swords. Now this is a bit shitty. This is confusion, entrapment, hostage situations, not knowing where you stand, being lorded over, being made to feel like you're disposable at any moment. I think that's the past, to be honest. That's what's being exited. Tell me more about that. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? I missed anything? Eight of Cups. Yeah, they've walked away from that. That's the past. It's confirmation. Thank you. Yeah, that is put to bed. Ten of Swords. That is no more. They're on a new path, new beginning. They're passionate about the future. Like, there's just definite, not even giving the past a second thought kind of vibes. Like energized for whatever's next, for building the new. Isn't that like an Aristotle quote? Don't focus on the old and focus on building the new, or something. Something like that. It's giving that kind of, I don't know, that's not exactly the words, but that's the vibe of the message. Knight of Cups and Nine of Cups. yeah, there's going to be like more love, more care, um, you know, emotional intelligence, emotional consideration when it comes to actually what leads to success, like what actually leads to prosperity, what leads to wealth, what leads to growth, what leads to stability. There's going to be a lot more consideration of, it's not just going to be like, because there's not really many pentacles here except for when the Eight of Pentacles came out, for justice being done behind the scenes. So that could be, well, I read it as like the divine doing work behind the scenes originally, but it could actually be institutions as well, uh, that them, you know, following more in alignment with universal alignment, aligning the way that the individuals and systems and organizations to universal alignment, as opposed to this is the devil way of life. I know they're coming out of that, um, and they're like really hopeful, bright, reading with heart, reading with love, and like any connections or contracts or offers or anything that are made, are going to be with, you know, that considered. It's not always going to be win at all costs, trap people, lord over people, keep people in binds, have people as like subordinates to like it's a system that's only built for a select few evil tech bros or whatever, you know. Yeah. This is going to create a massive shift in fortune, because like the past few years, especially since COVID, there's been a siphoning of wealth from the population as a whole, described as like a great reset, which is like just completely, it was just false. It's completely false, and it was all staged. All the stock markets and stuff were forged with all of these fake vaccine companies just making loads of money on stuff that even wasn't really tested properly in science, and it was all focused on the money and not the science. And all of this, you know, private equity fraud, um, taking over collapsing small businesses on purpose, making out like you're the savior, taking them over, and then selling them on for like a profit without actually doing much to them, but then leaving the originators of these businesses like high and dry. And it was like it was for them, like they did it for their own independence, for their own stability and sovereignty and freedom. And then people got like loads and loads of people got taken advantage of, like what's happened with me. I've been defending my home in the UK, but also my family's land in Gaza, because private equity freaks want to take everything over. Like there's a fake trust on my house that I don't know how it got there, and there's private equity freaks on this bullshit board of peace coming to do the same. And this world. This is the old world. This is not the new world. And they want to transpose that onto Gaza, which we're a free people. We know that that's bullshit. We know that's illusion. Same with like me. Like I might have been like a sole proprietor, or I'm just using my situation as an example. Like it's not, this reading is not about me. This is really a collective. Like I said, it's universal energy, but like it does help to have individual examples. But anyway, so using my situation where like these people were just exploiting, finding vulnerabilities to exploit, and that's basically what capitalists do. They try and find a way to make you feel bad about yourself, trying to exploit weaknesses, pain points. It's just disgusting. That's desperate and disgusting. That never lasts. And it's like, yeah, somebody at the starting phases of like building a startup is going to have vulnerabilities, especially if you're like me, where you don't have co-founders or anything, you're literally just doing it by yourself. But instead of people in the banks or whatever, or in the institutions that were supposed to help me, you know, get everything off the ground in a timely manner, I was attacked from all angles, abused, people trying to people devaluing actually what I have in order to try and win financially themselves. I was reporting this to all the financial institutions, to banks, to the ombudsman and everything, and I was just called crazy. This is this craziness, like with Seven of Cups and stuff. The Seven of Cups and Eight of Swords. This is literally this craziness, but the message is all of that bullshit is gonna be fixed. Like it's gonna completely reverse. That there's no fortune there. What's this? Four of Cups and the Five of Wands. Yeah, just like being in constant conflict is boring. Like it's really boring. It's not really. It doesn't achieve anything. It leads to loads of stagnation. Why is this come up? Confirmation, but why? What is it that you want me to say about this? Three of Wands. Yeah, that is moving away from that. Moving away from that completely. Because it stifles growth. It stifles expansion. And there's been a realization about that. I don't know why it's taken so long, because I've been trying to bang on doors about this for since at least 2023. So I don't know what's made people wake up, to be honest. Knight of Wands. What? That's too many. The Fool. That was 10 of Wands, 6 of Wands and 3 of Cups. I'm not taking them. So Knight of Wands and the Fool. That's fire energy. Lots of 3 of Wands. Knight fire. So there's just a lot of action now. 3 of Wands fire. Knight of Wands fire. Fool fire. King of Wands fire. So lots of leaders charging ahead. Fire. And the 10 of Wands again. Fire. So loads of. So what's this? It's like there's loads of action being taken to close down the old world, to close it down. Yeah, fire. Again, strength. They're finding the strength and the courage to detach themselves from those demonic, because let's face it, 7 of Cups, 8 of Swords, 3. So they can get finances balanced. They don't want the burdens of it anymore. It's too burdensome. It was too crazy, too burdensome. The Emperor, and it was affecting the ability to govern properly, to actually be proper leaders in their own domains or whatever. Whoever this is, could be, I don't know what it is. Like, it's too many. 3 of Swords, 10 of Cups, 10 of Pentacles, 5 of Pentacles, 3 of Wands. Wow. Okay, I'm not going to put them back. Just going to show you, because I I don't think I've ever had this come out like this before. It's almost like the system's believing in creating their own realities, like releasing themselves from dependency, releasing themselves from always being in struggle, always being in lack, always being feeling like they were having to be dependent and like just leaving behind an impoverished mindset. That's like, I'm seeing that more as an impoverished mindset as opposed to real poverty, but it could be real poverty as well. And just like changing the way that they approach and their attitude, and just being a bit more courageous to express themselves honestly, and go for what they want, like feel more comfortable to actually go for the world that they want. And it's achievable. Like, it's actually there. 10 of cups, 10 of pentacles. That's like the life of your dreams. That's like the world of your dreams. They're not, it's like they're not really focusing on like any hurt or pain or anything like that. They're believing in their dreams, and they're shifting their mindset out of poverty and lack and heartbreak, and focusing on loss and abandonment and all those things, to what can we create. Who are the people that we need, and what can we create? Who are the right people to get on the table? Who are the right people that we need? Who do we need to do this? And it's almost like they're realizing that the void that there's been with like feminine power and love at the center of leadership, love at the center of love is the power, real power. They're having these systems, organizations, leadership in systems and organizations. I mean, like I said, they're in night energy, even though they're in leadership positions. But they're realizing that the role of the mother, the role of the feminine, the role, having love at the center of decision making, having heart-based leadership, heart-based decision making, heart-centered decision making. For real balance in power. Four of Swords reverse. Yeah, like this is literally taking people out of hell. They don't want hell anymore. Wowzer. Because the way the world looks right now, you just would not think this, would you? But it's like the poem. The poem was like, let me get it again. If the sun and moon fall, if the darkness rules the world, show me your light, show me your flame. If life is bitter, everywhere snakes, everywhere poison, show me your garden, show me your meadow. So maybe the good eggs, there's good eggs that are going to be taking everyone else up. Look at that. There's going to be a few that are going to be taking everyone else up and out of this madness. This is just nasty. this is like holding people trapped, holding people under siege, like what happened. That's what's happened to me, what's happened to people in Gaza. Nasty. What's this? Four of Wands. Yeah, they want community, they want communion, they want harmonies, partnerships, they want the feeling of home. They want people to feel at home in their places. They want people to feel like they have a home and like they want to contribute to it. Chills. They want stability back. This is like giving like obedience. They don't want to sacrifice people anymore. They want obedience. They want stability. They want too many. King of Cups. Yeah, they're like there's definitely something about emotional maturity here, emotional intelligence, emotional maturity. Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. Yeah, it's like moving out of stress to Zen. That's like the this is the main reading, and this is like the old world. Like the old world was super stressful, and then the new world is they're going to have all these challenges, but they're going to be rooted in the divine, and they're going to be very sure of themselves. They're going to be very centered, and they're going to be able to navigate all of these challenges that they've got to face in detaching from the old and constructing the new. They're just going to be like super chill about it. I'm going to put that with them. Anyway, I should have put the others with that as well. That's there as well. Anything else? Anything else? Yeah, they see the light now. They've somehow seen the light. I don't know what made these people see the light. The truth. They've seen the light. They've seen the light, and they want to work. They want the truth. They want to live in truth. They want to walk in the light of the truth. They want to stand for the truth. They want to be congruent. Tell me, what was that? Upside down. Oh no, it wasn't. That's right. Well, and they just want to get on with it. They want to move swiftly on, and they're gonna. Their actions are gonna match the words. Their actions are gonna match the words. So they're gonna want to be congruent. They're gonna want to be trustworthy leaders, trustworthy institutions, trustworthy organizations. Yeah, stable, because they want stability. They don't want crashes all the time, up, down. You know, like when you have a sugar crash because you've had too many white carbs. They don't want to live in the world of eating white carbs. They want to live in the world of eating stable grains that keep you fuller and stable and don't make you go up and down. Or they don't want to have coffee and then crash from coffee and then have to have another one. They want to have matcha so they can concentrate, and then the caffeine's really slow and steady so they can concentrate and not be able to focus but not crash. That's what they want. Tell me more. Tell me more. Yeah. They literally want peace. They want peace. They want to manage like material stability and emotional stability. They want to balance the two. So this is all very good intentions, but like I said, it's all very good intentions, all very big plans, big ideas. But let's see. Is there anything about the execution? Do I need to get another deck? Six of Cups. They just want they want to work together, they want harmony. All they know is that they want to find common ground, they want to be harmonious, they want to find areas where collaboration can happen. They want to establish trust and loyalty, because it's like dogs in this card. They care about loyalty, they care about trust and long-term stability, long-term partnerships, not quick, get rich quick kind of things. I think that I'm going to leave it there. Yeah, I'm going to leave it there. Thanks for being here. If you like this reading, or you resonated with any part of it, or you just want to be a good person, be kind and support my work, all the ways to do that are in the about section. You can just donate one-off donations via PayPal. There's Patreon. I really want to do more stuff over there, but there's not people over there, so please go and become a member, and then hopefully I'll be able to do workshops and things with more people, or just comment and let me know if you'd be interested in a workshop, because even if I had like 5 people, I would do that. So if I have like demand for it, I'll set it up, and then I will decide on like prices and things like that after. It won't be too expensive because it'll just be like an hour or something. And there's a shop on Patreon. There's my GoFundMe's. I don't know what's happening with that, because I just don't know if I'm restricted from receiving donations, to be honest, because it's been so slow since I first set them up, and I just never have struggled with anything like that when it comes to fundraising, as I have like since the genocide on my people. So even if people just share my links, I would greatly appreciate it. And yeah, like, there's no obligation, obviously, it's just always appreciated. And yeah, thanks for liking, commenting, subscribing. Welcome to the new subscribers. And yeah, reading like tarot is not my main thing. It really is poetry, but I just used it as a tool to channel my poems. Like, I started reading it in 2016, and I'm just called to read right now, so that's what I'm doing. It's just a tool. It's just a tool that helps to clarify messages. And yeah, I just started sharing readings more when I started picking up on this very unified feminine energy. Maybe 2 months ago now, 1 month, I don't know how long ago it was. But yeah, I think that's it from me. Thank you again for being here, and I'll see you in the next reading. Let me sign us out. I like that can be quite mellow. See you next time.